Well, you want to consider serving notice on the tenant. Do you want the property back? Do you want to renew the lease? You need to consider disrepair of the property. So elaborating on that a bit further, first things you would want to consider is dilapidations. Is the premises in a state of disrepair that warrants a schedule of dilapidations being served on the tenant? Then you also want to consider the rental level of the premises, of the property. Is it a level that you want to increase the rent, in which case you might want to consider serving a notice, called a Section 25 notice, to renew the lease on terms that you set out, and then you enter into negotiations with the tenant. You can avoid the notice period by simply sitting down with your tenant, meeting or sort of writing them a letter setting out a proposal for a new lease. The ultimate question though is, do you want to let them hold over at the current rent rather than force the issue? In the current climate, often if you go and try and force the issue and say to the tenant, I want you to take a new 5-year lease, you may force them out. So at the moment, often the best case is hold over, particularly if rents are not, particularly if they are falling, certainly if they're not increasing, then it's often the best bet is just to allow them to hold over, because they will then enter into a 3-month rolling tenancy in effect on the old terms.